Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
Talking either. Hopefully I'm there now. Man. Have a slight technical problem going on. I don't know exactly what happened. Hopefully I'm there now. They're currently qualifying for tonight's race at Texas Motor Speedway here for the FMA Xfinity Series. Hopefully everybody's making it through the winter storm okay. I know we're making it through slightly unscathed. We currently have no water here at Figure Farm TV, but we're working on getting that situated. I think our wellhead froze, so I'm not sure how we're going to unfreeze that. But we're making do. We got water here. We have no issue there, so But here at FFTV tonight, we're here at Texas Motor Speedway. Fingers crossed it comes live here. We can get our cameras back. Come on now. Are you going to cooperate tonight, or what are you going to do? There it goes. All right, now we're back. All right. There we go. That don't look right. Once again, I'm not connecting the server. I'll give it one more shot here. We have drivers in here like Zucic, Chase Matsko, Clay Sarton all ready to go here with James Afaw, James White, Jeremy James, Joseph Spillman, all waiting. Could be already starting here. I'm just not sure what's going on here with our cameras, as I can't seem to get the cameras to come live here. So you're staring about the same type of screen I am, black screen here, trying to get the cameras up. You're looking on, waiting for cameras to come live here. I got the screen here waiting for the cameras to come live, and looks like we are just about ready to give this a shot once again. I believe this is race number 6 at Texas, marking the halfway point of the season. All right, so looks like we're connected okay now as we're rolling here with warm-up. Sorry we didn't catch the qualifying. And watch all around here at the speedway, get everything situated. Sounded like my mic ended up getting a little bit of a backbeat there, so we've got that situated. Chase Silla out there in the Dr. Pepper, number 26. Hopefully that is correct. So we got James White, the weapon, out there in the Hellman's Real Mayo Machine. Mark Cypers in the 00 Mohawk. Tyler Castleman in the Short Beam. Mike Rowland out there in the number 29. Got Pepsi there on the side. Can't really tell what's on the hood. Star Wars. Yeah, sorry that the scoreboard is a little goofed up there at the moment. That will work its way out. We should have track map here tonight. We didn't have one last week at the Rock. There we see it come live. All right. Mark Cybers out there, as we said, in that 00. James the weapon. Working through corner 1 and 2. Caution flag, or checker flag waves here in warm-ups. Here we go. Getting ready for tonight with your starting grid. Here we go. Your starting grid tonight, starting on that front row. Clay Sarton getting a pull in car number 19. Starting second to his outside is going to be William Gay in the car number 75. Row number 2 on the inside. Starting third tonight, going to be car number 26, driven by Chase Silla. Out and to his outside, there in fourth, that's Alexander Zujic. There in fourth, Shea Tarleton. There in fifth, driving the car number 6. Kyle Bird, driving car number 49, will start on the outside of row 3 in 6th. Row number 4, it's going to be Ryan Peters in the car number 5. Starting there on the inside to his outside, there is Tyler Castleman in car number 23. Jeremy James in car number 221. Starting there on the inside of row number 5 in 9th, with Nigel Steele to his outside there, driving car number 8 in 10th. The 00 of Mark Cypher starts inside row number 6. That'll be in 11th. Joseph Spillman rolls off in 12th tonight, driving car number 41. In 13th tonight, that's going to be starting Donald Ray, driving the number 20. Starting 13th. Outside row number 7, that's going to be Mike Rowland. There in car number 24. With Sage Greco on the inside, starting there in 15th. Car number 17. The 1 of Jacob Wilson for Revved Up Racing will start 16th tonight. With the Hardcore Racing number 3, PJ Wentland starting inside row number 9 in 17th position. Mark Ossier in 18th here tonight rolls off, driving the 117. And back there on the final row tonight is going to be James Afaw, driving the 88 on the inside of row number 10. In 19th, and to his outside, James White starting in 20th in the 888. So we got a group of 8s back there rounding out their field tonight. We get started here. Ryan Peters, number 5. Oh, man. They head out in the corner number 1. They go. Now we get set for 75 laps around Texas. Chase Silla up there in the second. Clay Sarton there in front. They got William Gay out there in second as he battles to the outside of Chase Zilla, working down there in the corner number 3 and 4. Why, I gotta find that, don't I? All right, we had it up once. We'll get it back up here once again. There we go, down here in the corner number 1. Hopefully everything stays running the way it should be. It's a little chilly here in the broadcast booth tonight as we lost our heater to try to keep the pipes from trying to warm the pipes up to get us water back. As we have frozen pipes here. So, little chilly here in the booth as we get it rolling down here in corner number 3 and 4. Up there on the front stretch, Clay Sarton out there in front, William Gay there second. Chase Zilla third. Alexander Ujic there in fourth with Shea Charlton there fifth. Ryan Peters there in sixth. And then you got Kyle Bird back here in 7th with Jeremy James in 8th. Tyler Katzman there in 9th. Donald Ray in 10th. That is your top 10. As you see, that 17. St. Greco driving that Sin Machine, rolling his way up there through the field. Up in the 11th right now as he works his way up through. Been a very tough competitor here in the FMA, especially here on the asphalt ovals, where he's driving here on Sunday nights and Wednesday nights. Definitely has it figured out here to drive these things around these oval circuits without much issue. Chase Zilla up here in third, going to try to stay up there at the front here tonight. Had a disappointing week last week, I believe, if I remember correctly. Can't remember now off the top of my head. I know one of the races he had tough luck there, ended up spinning out, and oh no, here we go. All right, unfroze. I got a little worried there. Now we see the 555 Tide Machine, driven by Zujic here tonight. Down there in the corner, number 3 and 4, they'll go. As Kyle Bird's back here in 7th, driving at number 49. Down through turn 3 and 4, currently there in 7th. As you see that 221 of Jeremy James working to his inside. Can't quite work off there at the moment. We got Mark Cyphers here in the 00. There's the 1. No name. The no names there on that machine working around the bottom of the racetrack and onto the backstretch. Up there in the 12. He's slowly working his way up there towards the front as well. As you watch that 17, it's St. Greco rolling down there on the bottom, getting underneath the 20. I'm sorry, no, the 23 is Tyler Castleman. And now he'll get and work underneath the 221 there of Jeremy James. And they battle it down in the corner number 1 and 2. Out here on in the backstretch. Thank you all for tuning in here to Flicker Farm TV this Sunday evening. It's chilly Sunday evening here in the States as we are having a winter storm right now. And I think I got probably about 13 inches sitting outside the booth here. But could be getting more than that. And they roll down through the front stretch. Sage Greco coming underneath the 49 of Kyle Bird, getting himself up there in the 7th now, up 8 spots from where he started. Ujic here in the 555, working down that back straightaway. Chase Zilla still sitting at 3rd. William Gay out there in the front, getting around the 19 of Clay Sarton. As Sarton now drops back here in the 2nd. And roll it on down here out of corner number 4, down across the front straight into corner number 1. Here on lap number 9 of the 75 here tonight. As they're working on down Sage Greco there in 6th, Tyler Katzman. In 7th, Ryan Peters on the outside there, driving at number 5 in that 8th spot, trying to get himself up there into better positioning with Kyle Bird there in 9th, Jeremy James there in 10th. They got Donald Ray in 11th, Jacob Wilson there in 12th as they work out and off down there off the start-finish line in the corner number 1. They see him there on the bumper. All 3 of them, Gay, Sarton, Zilla, all working down that back straightaway in the corner number 3 and 4. And it does look like we've got a slight hiccup on the track map that I see might kind of stuttering a little bit here as we roll around the speedway. Now you got Greco, Tyler Castleman there working off the corner. Ryan Peters. There comes the 20 underneath Jeremy James. Donald Ray now up there in the 9th. Jacob Wilson looks to be going under Jeremy James as well. In that number 1 machine. He's doing a great job here, up 5 positions so far tonight. Clay Sarton back to the lead, getting around William Gay. And Gay is holding them off as they work down there across the stripe in the corner number 1. Here at lap number 12, down here in the corner number 1 and 2. With Sage Greco out there working up in the 6th. Slowly working his way towards the front. I see his next victim is going to be that of 555, Alexander Lujic, as they roll down there through 3 and 4 here at Texas tonight. Rolling off the front straightaway, rolling on to the front straightaway here across the stripe. William Gay out front, Sarton second. Sarton did have a run underneath Gay there for a couple of laps, just could not get it completely to battle it back out there to get him into the front. There you see Alexander coming there off. Shea Charlton. Sage Greco works his way off. Tyler Castleman. Brian Peters. There goes the 20. He's looking to the inside of Brian Peters. Donald Ray trying to make a run. Losing a little bit of ground there on the bottom side there as the 1 of Jacob Wilson gets to his outside coming down through the stripe. So Jacob Wilson now up there battling with Donald Ray as they battle back down into corner number 1 here at lap number 14. Battle Rockwell, Texas. Donald Ray battles there in that Bass Pro machine. Mark Cyphers back there in the 00, working his way, trying to find some speed here. There's the 3 of PJ Whelan, up 4 spots here tonight. Spillman back here in the back, kind of riding it out right now. I don't know if he's struggling with Texas or if he's just kind of saving his stuff here towards the end. But he's got Joseph Spillman there in front of him. There's Mark Ossier, the 88 there, James LaFaw, up 3 spots from where he started. As you know, him and the 888 of the weapon started back here on the last row. 19th to 20th, as we see Greco up there in 6th. Slowly closing in on the 6 of Shea Charlton. Alexander Lujic gets up there in the 4th. Al sets his sights on trying to get up there in the 3rd. Shea Charlton has fallen back here a little bit. Going to fall back into the grass, most likely, of Sage Greco as they work here off the corner. Down through 3 and 4. William Gay out front. Chase Zilla in second. Watching Sage Greco roll his way through the field once again. Down here through the front straight. Down in the corner number 1 and 2. And down there's the 00, Mark Cyphers. And they roll it on out. There you hear the 3 of Wentland trying to get up there with Cyphers. A battle for that position. Chase Zilla gets around the 19 of Clay Sarton. I wonder what happened there. Sarton lost a lot of speed there. Ended up falling back behind Chase Zilla. Alexander Lujic now here in the 4th. Sage Greco gets around Shea Charlton for that 5th spot. Now we're here with 18 of the 75 on the board. Coming around here out of turn 4, it will be 18 complete as we start on lap number 19 of the 75 to complete here tonight. There you see Lujic there in the 4th spot. Sage Greco closing in on the leaders. Working his way up there through. We got Zinn on that machine. It looks like we got Mission 22 as well. Mission 22, great sponsor here around iRacing. Eddie Castleman there in 7th. Ryan Peters there in 8th. Jacob Wilson in 9th. And watch him coming off the corner there. There's Clay Sarton. Alexander Lujic and then Sage Greco closing in on Lujic. Here as they come off turn 2 down that back straightaway. And down there onto the bottom of the racetrack, you see that 555 running that bottom line. Trying to keep the 17 of Greco behind him. As there you see, Greco gets underneath down here in through the stripe in the corner number 1. Greco looking to take over 4th spot, which he does. Alexander Ujic back here in the 5th now. As Clay Sarton there is in 3rd. Got that silver machine coming up there behind him. As Chase Zilla's out here battling the lead with William Gay on the bottom side here at lap number 21. Coming there off turn number 4. Down here across the stripe, Gay's still going to lead that lap. Here in the corner number 1. Chase Zilla, though, still battles on the inside as they work it off the corner. Clay Sarton there battling there as Greco gets around him. Chase Zilla and William Gay better start watching their rearview mirror as that silver machine, that silver bullet of Sage Greco is moving his way up around this racetrack, sitting in 3rd right now as he is up 12 spots from where he started. Down here across the start-finish line they go. And William Gay falls to 2nd with now Chase Zilla, your race leader. Clay Sarton back here for it. Alexander Zujic back here in 5th. Shea Charlton in 6th. Ryan Peters in 7th. Tyler Gassman, Jacob Wilson, and Donald Ray rounding out your top 10. 20 drivers on track here tonight. Mark Ossier back there in the 117. Sunoco machine. You're running about 18th here tonight. Not a bad run by him so far. James LaPlaw, he's up 2 spots from where he started, starting 19th, now up here in the 17th. Mike Rowland there in 16th. Falling back, Kyle Berg fell back quite a ways. He's down 9 spots from where he started. Yeah, you see him roll down there around the middle of corner 1 and 2, down that back straightaway. Jeremy James up there, coming through turn 3 and 4. Got company there from Mark Cyphers as Cyphers gets around him down there on the inside. And we got the 8 there. Nigel Steele working his way down there through that Rice Krispies machine. In the corner, number 1 he goes. He works there behind Jeremy James, looking to the high side here, coming off of 2. Not quite there as of yet. Jeremy James going to slide up there in front. No, he's not. He's going to slide underneath. Go to the inside of Mark Cyphers as they roll there through turn 3 and 4. As it looks like the 8 of Nigel Steele, he's going to try to keep him up there and get underneath him as well, which he does. That door is staying open for Nigel Steele to get around the Jeremy James there. Or I'm sorry, Mark Cyphers back there in the 00. Now it looks like the new pack has come out here to iRacing for the Xfinity cars, I believe. It looks like it has the O'Reilly sticker on it already for the new season, as Xfinity has dropped from the title sponsor of NASCAR. So we're trying to figure out what they're going to end up calling these cars. If they're going to be the O'Reilly stock cars or what they're going to be. These are the stock cars of NASCAR, where then you have your Cup Series, which are the next stage up from the stock cars here in the Xfinity Series. Rolling down here, out in the corner number 1. Chase Zilla has the lead. Greco closing in on him. William Gay still hanging in back here in 3rd. Brian Peters back here for it. They're rounding out your top 5. Is that 555 of Alexander Ujic there in 5th. The 6th there, Shea Charlton closing in on him. Here off turn number 4. Up there across the top, down there across the main straightaway in the corner number 1. Clay Sarton on his way out of the pits here, out of 3rd of the way through the race. A little over a 3rd of the way. You got Chase Zilla, William Gay there, Ryan Peters in 4th, Alexander Ujic there in 5th, Jay Charlton there 6th, Jacob Wilson in 7th, Donald Ray in 8th, PJ Wetland there in 9th, Tyler Castleman down there off the bottom. Coming to pit road this time. I'm trying to figure out if they got 1 or 2 pit stops here tonight. Now we saw a couple drivers now stopping. Mark Ossier, Tyler Castleman. As we're not even to halfway yet. And see down there across the bottom of your screen, the pit stop indicator here for tonight. In the Xfinity Series. I know the overlays are different here per series on the pole. And that's just to kind of give some variety here to the viewers. I'm rolling off here. Sage Greco there second. William Gay in third. Ryan Peters up here fourth. I want to thank everybody coming out to watch the On the Pole here tonight at Fleeger Farm TV as we got the FMA Xfinity Series running here tonight. And these guys very rarely have cautions here, so it's always great racing. It's a lot of strategy driven. I usually Chase Zilla getting up here to the back of Sage Greco. William Gay back here in third. I don't think we have any. I don't think they've started that yet. We'll see here. They am rolling around the speedway here tonight with Sage Greco out front, Chase Zilla there in second. And just give me a quick moment here. I want to. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought nobody was using that tonight. So, down there through the back stretch. In the corner number 1 and 2 here. We'll get this back up and running the way it's supposed to. William Gay running third. Chase Zilla now is falling to Sage Greco out there in front. Here at lap 35 of 75, and you can see them getting spread out across the racetrack. We got the next battle going on here. There's the 8 of Nigel Steele, the 3 of PJ Wentland, closing in on the 20 machine of Donald Ray. I'm trying to keep an eye on where the battles are happening here. Jacob Wilson, Alexander Ujic, Mark Ossier, Tyler Castleman, all a lap or 2 down. At this point in time, starting Wilson, Dujic, Ossier, Castleman, all a lap down. They've taken some pit stops here. So I'm going to say it's 1 mandatory pit stop. We're closing in here to halfway. 37.5 laps. That is at your halfway mark. So here we are on lap 37. So we got a lap and a half before we officially reach halfway. William Gay rolls into corner number 1. There you watch them all coming down through there. Ryan Peters there on the outside as he's got Shea Tarleton back there behind him. Donald Ray trying to figure out who's battling there. Oh, that's William Gay. That's the 19 there. Clay Sarton trying to get himself back onto the lead lap. I thought I saw a couple cars there side by side. Just couldn't figure out who it was. He's got the 5, Ryan Peters, coming up there behind William Gay, working down through the front stretch here in the corner number 1 of a turn 2 now. As you see, Ryan Peters diving to the inside to get underneath William Gay. Sage Greco out there in front, Chase Zilla in second, William Gay in third now as they rolling on out there. But look out, here comes Ryan Peters as he makes a battle for a third spot as we are officially over halfway down here on lap 39. 00. Coming in here around the speedway. They got the 20 on pit road. Here comes the 3, P.J. Whitman coming into pit road if he can get down to the bottom. So the 3, P.J. Whitman coming in this time. You see the 6, Ryan Peters there in third. Chase Ella there in second. Sage Greco all the way up from starting there in, I want to say 14th tonight. James Applaw now coming in. They come down there around the bottom of 3 and 4. You got 888 there, the weapon on top. Shea Tarleton got the 1 there underneath him with Jacob Wilson. Jacob Wilson came in for pit stop. James Applaw, he's rolling in. Jeremy James in as well, working his way on out in the number 221. A.J. Zilla rolling around there in second. Sage Greco out there in front. The 19 of Clay Sarton ended up getting back on the lead lap just ahead of Sage Greco. Chase Zilla there in second. Ryan Peters there in third. William Gay back here in the fourth. There comes Shea Tarleton in the sixth. The 1, Jacob Wilson, moving all over the racetrack trying to get around these slower cars. There we got the 88 of James Applaw coming out of the pits now. Down there on the bottom of the speedway, driving that Valvoline. Chase Zilla coming in here. I'm not sure exactly who else. I heard a lot of radio chatter there. So there's a lot of drivers coming in this time. We'll see exactly who comes in. We got the 888 of the weapon coming in. Here comes Chase Zilla. Sage Greco in the 17s coming in. So leaders are pitting. We'll see if anybody else does. Ryan Peters stays out. Shea Tarleton stays out. William Gay comes in. Kyle Bird, he's going to come in. Joseph Spillman stays out. Clay Sarton into number 19. I'm going to assume he stays out as he's already made pit stops. So now they got 4 drivers that have not pitted yet. Ryan Peters, Shea Tarleton, Nigel Steele, and Joseph Spillman all have not pitted yet as they work there off the back straightaway here in the corner 3 and 4. Coming to 30 laps to go. Or 31 laps to go, rather. And they work down here off of the corner. Joseph Spillman out there now takes the lead as Ryan Peters, Shea Tarleton, Nigel Steele has all come into pit lane to pit stops this evening here this Sunday night. Thank you all for coming in here to Flicker Farm TV to watch the On the Pole FMA Xfinity Series here tonight as they roll it on out here onto the front straightaway. Jacob Wilson back in the third. We got Clay Sarton there in second. He was your pole sitter. Now he's back here in second. Joseph Spillman out there in front. Up 11 positions, has not pitted yet. Clay Sarton is the first of the guys that did make pit stops. Everybody's made pit stops somewhere along the line. Clay Sarton pitted at lap 27. Is that going to be the strategy to beat? That's hard to say here as they roll down the back straightaway. Go ahead if you want to comment there in the chat. We will make sure we try to answer questions, anything like that. So if you have questions or comments, go ahead and leave them. We will try to answer them here on air. As we work down through the front straightaway, Joseph Spillman out there in the front. Clay Sarton second, Wilson third, Greco here in fourth. The man to beat here at FMA as Greco rolls it down there into the bottom of the speedway. Driving that Sin Silver Bullet here tonight. Off of corner number 2 down that back straightaway. 29 laps to go here at Texas Motor Speedway. Hopefully, as we said, everybody's staying warm. Joseph Spillman finally comes in to do his pit stop. And now Clay Sarton will resume the lead. As you see, there comes Jacob Wilson back here in second. Few laps, fresh retired. Sage Greco has the freshest of all those guys up front at the moment. They're off the corner. Clay Sarton as the race leader, pitted at lap 27. Is that going to be enough, though, to keep him out ahead of the points leader, Sage Greco? I believe he's the points leader. Let's double check on that here. Everybody keeps running around here at oh, come on now, give me what I need. They want him roll down through the backstretch here in the corner number 3 and 4. Here for the sim racer. Right now, here we go. Sage Greco, yes, has your points lead by 340. Well, I'm sorry, no, that's his laps. 6. Behind them's William Gay with 106. Behind them's William Gay with 160. Ryan Peters with 158. Those are your top 3 in points right now. As they bring it on out here. So, there you have it. Jacob Wilson there in a second, getting passed by Sage Greco. Clay Sarton's going to try to stay out in front, but I just don't know if it's going to be enough with the speed that silver bullet there of Sage Greco brings on with him. Well, Alexander Ujic back here in 6th. Ryan Peters there in 7th. Shea Tarleton there in 9th. Or, I'm sorry, in 8th. Starting to skip frames here a little bit, it seems. Hopefully it smooths out here. There we go. Looks like it's smoothed out now. Sorry about that. Skipping frames there momentarily. Yeah, comes down there off the corner. Rockford, Illinois' own Shea Tarleton running 8th. With William Gay back there in 9th out of Hobgood, North Carolina. Jacob Wilson there out of South Boston, Virginia. Driving that number 1. I'm thankful all these drivers are still having power enough here to run tonight with the winter storm that's come up here through the U.S. Seen somewhere a video of an exploding tree today, so that was interesting seeing that. Never seen a video of an exploding tree before, but apparently one of the states, it was so cold, somebody caught it on camera that their tree in their front yard just exploded like it had a piece of dynamite stuck in the trunk. Donald Ray out there in the 5th, driving that Bass Pro number 20, up 8 positions from where he started. Mark Cyphers there in 11th. Nigel Stilley there in 12th. Mike Rowland there 13th. Jeremy James 14th here tonight in that number 221 with Sage Greco now as your leader getting around Clay Sarton. I didn't think it was going to take too long for them fresh tires to work against Clay Sarton there and let Sage Greco get to the lead. Sage Greco pitted at lap 43. Sarton pitted at lap 27. I expect Chase Zilla to close in on him as well. The guys with the freshest tires, Ryan Peters and Shea Tarleton, pitting at lap 44. Nigel Steele also pitted lap 44. Now we're coming here to... We're here with 21 laps to go as Greco works down below some lap traffic here of Kyle Bird and Jeremy James. And it's now 20 laps to go as he crosses the line. Tell us who you're cheering on there in the comments section. Who would you like to see win here tonight at Texas for the FMA Xfinity Series? Let us know. Let us hear your comments as they roll around here into the backstretch. The 23 stopped on the apron. That's Tyler Castleman. Take a quick look at what happened to him as he is all torn up. Quick on the pole, instant replay here tonight. We see it looks like he might have got a little loose there off the corner. Ends up sliding up, ends up into the outside wall and just lost it. And oh man, that's a heavy hit down there on the inside. Engine expires. He's not. That'll be his race here tonight. Tough break there for Tyler Castleman. Another tough competitor here at FMA. He now sits on pit road, waiting for that tow They may get one repair, which means he has one extra engine sitting there in the pits. And if he's able to use it, I don't know. We'll see here, but that's pretty much going to be the end of his race, though. He could come out here and try to get a few more points, but going to be tough being laps down here. Sage Greco continues to kick him away here out in front. They got Ryan Peters out there in the 5 machine. And Sage Greco out there in front. Ryan Peters trying to hang on to 5th position. As you see Spillman there a lap down. Working below. Doesn't look like Peters is going to give him too much of a problem. He knows that he's on pressure tires. Well, no, Ryan Peters does have pressure tires. Just he's a little slower than Spillman. Well, no, Spillman does have pressure tires, and he pitted at lap 47. So that just goes to show how much tires mean here tonight at Texas. Sage Greco still leads the way with Chase Dillon second, Wilson there in third, Clay Sarton there in fourth. Appreciate you watching there, McCray Performance. Hey, Donald Ray coming out there. There is the 6 of Shea Tarleton. Sage Greco leads the way. Ryan Peters out there. And a bit with Donald Ray back here in 6th. Shea Tarleton there in 7th. William Gay back here in 8th as they roll down that back straightaway here in the corner 3 and 4. With that 75, William Gay. Starting up towards the front, sitting here in 8th right now. I believe he started 3rd. Or no, Chase Dillon started 3rd, so William Gay started 4th, maybe? And Clay Sarton, he's sitting here 4th right now. He started out there on pole. William Gay started 2nd. Alexander Ujic back here in 9th. Wetland back here in 10th, rounding out your top 10. Sage Greco out there in front, trying to get around to another win here tonight, as he is the points leader. And he's showing exactly why the strategy he pulls off here tonight. I roll down there off of the corner. Chase Zilla back there in 2nd. Don't think he's got any hope of catching Greco. And we're there at 13 laps to go. Coming here. Off turn number 4 is Sage Greco. William Gay back here in 8th. Shea Tarleton. Donald Ray in 6th. Trying to find out where these drivers are getting around one another. Now we see Jeremy James letting the 26 of Chase Zilla go by. James will fall back here in 16th. And at 88, there comes the 1 of Jacob Wilson to work around him. Joseph Spillman back here in 17th. James the Weapon up there 2 spots. Up 2 spots from where he started. Mark Ossier there in 19th. As Castleman still sits on pit road broke. And there we see him, 11 laps to go. Coming around there. In the corner number 3 goes Greco as you watch Kyle Bird here in the 14th position, driving number 49. Ryan Peters out there in 4th, Clay Sarton there 5th, Donald Ray in 6th. They're in that number 20. There's 10 laps to go for Sage Greco in that number 17 as he's out front. Points leader here halfway through the season. Make sure I have that correct here. Yeah, this is week 6. Race number 6 here tonight. Nigel Stilley there in 10th. Alexander Ujic there in 11th. Mark Cypers there in 12th. Mike Rowland there in 13th. There is Kyle Bird as they work down there off the corner. There comes the 5 of Ryan Peters. Clay Sarton in 5th. Donald Ray in 6th with Shea Tarleton there in 7th. Off corner number 2 they go. 9 laps to go. Now 8 laps to go as Greco comes across the line. Wilson coming there out of turn 4. There followed by Peters. You got some lap traffic mixed in with these guys as they strung it out around the racetrack. I keep looking through the field trying to find spots to look at. They roll down here, up corner number 3 and 4. Castleman, not the way he wanted to end his night. Working there off turn number 4. Sage Greco is your race leader here tonight as they work on down there. Chase Zella there in 2nd. Jacob Wilson in 3rd here with Ryan Peters 4th. Clay Sarton 5th. Donald Ray in 6th. Shea Tarleton there in 7th. William Gay in 8th. P.J. Wetland in 9th with Nigel Steele here in 10th tonight. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the show here from Texas Motor Speedway as we got the On the Pole crew here bringing you the FMA Xfinity Series. And down there, off corner number 4, comes Sage Greco down there off of 2. Down the back straightaway, getting around the 117 there. Mark Haas here. They work there off corner number 2. There is the 1 of Jacob Wilson. Sage Greco worked there off of 4. And that just goes to show how much distance Sage Greco could put between him and the guys behind him as Greco is looking to put Roland a lap down, which he will do so. Now next in at Greco's sights is Mark Cypher. The Cypher tries to stay on the lead lap here with 5 laps to go. Chase Zilla there in 2nd. Jacob Wilson in 3rd. Wilson probably would love to get up there to battle with Chase, but I don't think he's going to have the time to get up there, nor possibly the speed. Wilson has 10 lap older tires. Ryan Peters could have a shot at possibly getting up there to Wilson. Here, maybe. It's hard to say. With 4 laps to go, there they work here out of corner number 1. Greco hangs on here through turn 3 and 4, coming around here to 3 laps to go as he works off of 4 and across the stripe. It is 3 laps to go here for race number 6 of season number 4 of the FMA Xfinity Series. Down here off of corner number 1 and 2. Greco, your race leader. Chase Zilla there in 2nd. Wilson in 3rd. Peters there for it. Shea Tarleton there in 5th. Donald Ray in 6th. I just see there comes the 19. Clay Sarton, he's going to try to work around that of Donald Ray for that 6th spot, but can't quite get there. Clay Sarton falls back another position. There's William Gay, ends up getting around him as well as those two. Clay Sarton tried to hang on there. Now he's back here in the 8th. Here with 2 laps to go as Greco works now out of turn number 2. Off down the back straightaway. Greco out there in front. Chase Zilla out there in 2nd. Jacob Wilson, he's sitting 3rd here tonight in that number 1. The no names on that machine. And I will say, the first time he brought that paint scheme out, the way my eyesight is and stuff, I thought he was driving the GoDaddy machine. White flag is out. Sage Greco comes across the line. Final lap here in Texas for that of Sage Greco as he works there off turn number 2. The 00 there just in front of him as they work there in the corner number 3 and 4. Sage Greco working on the bottom here as they work on through for the final time of turn number 4 here in Texas tonight. Down there across the start-finish line. And Sage Greco will get your win, get the victory here at Texas Motor Speedway. Sage Greco comes in across there in a 2nd. As Greco comes around here. Wilson here in a 3rd. Great run by him tonight, up 13 spots. Brian Peters there up 3. Sitting there in 4th tonight. Shea Tarleton finishes where he started, there in a 5th. As there's such a tough competition here with the Freedom Motorsport Alliance. We'll go and get your results up here. With Sage Greco getting the win, Chase Zilla there second. Wilson gets third, Ryan Peters fourth. Shea Tarleton finishes there in fifth. William Gay in sixth. William Gay in sixth. Donald Ray in seventh. Clay Sarton there in eighth. PJ Wentland there in ninth. Nigel Steele 10th. Alexander Ujic there in 11th. Mark Cyphers there in 12th. Mike Rowland there in 13th. Kyle Bird there 14th. Joseph Spillman there 15th. Jeremy James 16th. James Afaw in 17th. 18th tonight, that's going to go to James White with Mark Ossia there 19th. Tyler Castleman there in 20th. And to burn it down, Sage Greco, your race winner tonight. He gives the folks a show here, burning the rubber at the end of this one tonight. Great job by these drivers. Now we'll get with your leaders here. They work here off. We got drivers here to interview. Where is Jacob Wilson? Good evening there, Wilson. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Cold, but I'm doing okay.
Yeah, I hear you. We're trying to stay warm here in Virginia.
Well, I had to sacrifice and give my heater to our well.
Yeah, that's an important one.
Yeah, water's important. Unfortunately, I still don't have any. It's been frozen for 2 days. But here at the Texas tonight, man, what a race. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like there's anything to really catch that guy out front, is there?
Yeah, Sage is tough. I think I wish we would have gotten a caution there at the end, because I was just struggling for track position. Most of the race, I was kind of able to keep up with Sage for a while. And then, he just kind of worked through the traffic a little bit better than I did. And then my tires kind of just wore out. And so I kind of got up to 7th. And then, I wasn't super far back. And, I jumped him once I pit a little bit early. But, obviously your tires are going to be a little bit more worn when you try to do that undercut strategy. So I'm happy with the 3rd place, having to come from towards the back. I wasn't really sure how far up we'd make it. But the strategy worked out. I really thought Ryan was going to get me there at the end because he had a pretty significant better wear on his tires because he had pitted a lot after I had. So I thought he was going to definitely pass me there. So I really thought I was racing for 4th place, but I'll take it.
No Name's car looked great out there once again. As you said before, it's an iconic paint scheme for sure.
Yeah, that's right. Brock Morris did a great one on this one.
So you got sponsors, shout-outs, anybody you want to thank for getting that 3rd place here tonight?
Yes, sir. I want to thank the No Names, Floors by Dennis, T-Farm Transportation, Victor Fuel, and just all my friends, family, supporters that tune into these races. I think I had quite a few in there tonight because everybody's stuck at home and can't go to work tomorrow. So a few people were able to stay up a little bit late and tune in tonight. So I just want to thank all those folks for supporting me always. So hopefully see y'all next week.
Well, we appreciate them tuning in here as well. It was a great race tonight. No cautions, as, par for the course here with FMA.
Yeah, that's right. We had the cautions we had last week were, kind of unusual. So it was the normal tonight.
Well, great job there, Jacob, and we'll see you in your next FMA race.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, I was Jay Will, and I'll get with Pancake here. Chase Zilla.
Pancake!
Good evening there, Chase. How's it going?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing all right, man. It's 16 inches of snow outside maybe at the moment. I don't know what you got over towards your area here, PA.
Yeah, probably about the same.
Because I know, like, Portersville area, they were putting in places they were having about 20 to 24 inches of snow. So
Yeah, no, I didn't get that bad, luckily.
I know you were farther west of that, so that's why I'm like, I don't know what he's got over towards that way.
Yeah, I'm right on that Ohio border, man.
Well, that's what I said. I knew you were west of Portersville, so I didn't know exactly how much you would have got.
Yeah, I'd say 17, 18, 16, something like that.
Well, hopefully you're staying warm.
Oh, yeah, I love the cold, dude. I'm fine.
Man, great job out there bringing that Home Depot there in the second spot. How important was your tire wear tonight?
Oh, it was everything. That's why in the beginning there, I was watching Clay and William just go at it hard, full force. And I was like, I'll just sit behind it and let them burn the tires, and it worked out. I mean, Sage is Sage. Can't complain. They're not beating Sage. If I beat everybody else, that's good enough for me.
Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do with that silver bullet out front.
Yeah, we're going to have to give him an ARCA car or something.
No, here's what you need. Give him you guys race Xfinity cars and give him a truck.
Yeah, it still beat some people.
Yeah, give him a truck and paint it up like the UPS truck.
Yeah. Delivering you getting lapped in that truck in the Xfinity car. Woo.
Oh man, great job though there, Chase. And you got sponsor shout-outs. Anybody you want to thank for getting that second place here tonight?
Just FMA, FFTV, and John if he's watching.
Well, hopefully John is watching. I mean, I don't know how many people are out there. You know, I don't know the names of everybody watching. We got 65 current viewers right now, so I mean that's pretty good
That's
here
good stuff.
tonight.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, that is awesome. So I appreciate all them tuning in to watch. And great job tonight bringing that Home Depot orange machine out there to victory. Or not to
Thank you,
victory,
man.
but the second place.
Pretty much, best of the rest.
You completed, you got ahead of everybody else. You just unfortunately can't seem to catch that silver bullet out front.
Yeah. If I had more time to practice ovals, I would try to figure out something. But my main focus is road courses. So
Maybe you guys need to maybe try to secretly adjust that spoiler on that number 17 car.
right, just go in there, go into code real quick.
Take a little bit more downforce away from them.
Yeah. Just give them the old bias ply tires on the 87s.
Oh, great job there, Chase. You have yourself a great night. Stay warm and stay safe.
Right. You too, man.
That's Chase Zilla there getting your second place. I will get with Sage Greco. Good evening there, Sage. Another great run here tonight, bringing you home the victory here at Texas. Man, that silver bullet, it's something else, isn't it?
Sure is, man. Yeah, we had a good time.
Well, you seem to start in the back, but that don't seem to really deter much of you finding your way up here to the podium somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of try to disregard people in front of me and behind me and just run your own race. That's really it. Make sure you don't burn up your stuff early.
Well, that's what I was asking Chase, was how important tires were tonight, because it seemed like tires were everything here at Texas.
Yeah, I didn't really get a good idea of how much it fell off as far as time, but yeah, it definitely plays a big deal if you burn it up.
Well, I know I've seen drivers there that had a difference between, just a few laps. It seemed to be just a little bit extra freshness on the tires. Seemed to play a big factor here tonight.
Yeah. In the first round, I was waiting for Chase to pit before I pit because I didn't want him having fresh tires. But yeah, one lap, fresh tires makes a huge difference.
So great job there, though, tonight, getting that victory. You got sponsor shout-outs. Anybody you want to thank for getting that victory?
Yes, sir. Sure don't. Praise the Lord.
Well, like I said, that silver bullet once again finds its way up there to the front, taking home the victory tonight. You did a great job. Hopefully you're staying warm wherever you're at. And,
Yeah, it's like 75 here. We're in Florida.
You're okay. So you're sitting about 75 degrees while I'm sitting, what is it about right now? Probably around, I want to say about 10. So, yeah, it's a fun fun one up here in Western PA. We'll say that much. Trying to find a way to thaw my pipes out, but it's not the pipes that's the issue. It's my dang wellhead. Possibly 3 feet down. I don't know. We'll find out. But great job tonight there, Sage. Hope to see you back on Wednesday night to bring out the Cup Series. Or not. Yeah, I guess it is the Cup Series. The Gen 4s.
Yeah, buddy. I'll be there. I think we're at Kansas.
Kansas might be right. Yeah, it does look to be Kansas, as we were at the Rock last week. So, hopefully you have another great run and can bring your Gen 4 up there to the front.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, you have a great night. Stay safe.
All right, brother. God bless.
All right, that's Sage Greco bringing home the win there tonight. And we'll see you all later. Thank you all for tuning in. It was a blast here tonight. Can't wait to do it again here on Wednesday night. We got more racing action coming your way. Wednesday night, though, here at FFTV is a doubleheader, so be sure to join in early in the night. We'll take on the Coast to Coast Racing League, doing some dirt track stuff. First with limited late models, then the 360 sprints, and then on to the midgets before we take on the Gen 4 Cup cars here with FMA. Hopefully everybody enjoys the night. Thank you all for watching. Be safe, stay warm. Good night.
Precision is our language. Creativity is our weapon. And perfection is the only option. Your ride, your brand, your image, elevated to a level that can't be ignored. This isn't just a wrap, it's a revolution. Regal Wraps and Designs, where power meets style, and style becomes unforgettable. At Regal Wraps and Designs, we don't follow trends, we set them. Every line, every finish, every detail is built to dominate. From flawless vehicle wraps to bold custom designs, we take your vision and redefine it. Seamless statements, artful accents, hues of harmony. We are Regal Wraps and Designs.